Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is LaShonda Lee, and I am so excited that you decided to join us in our training today. Again, my name is LaShonda Lee. I am the CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching, and I work with women who are looking to accelerate their personal as well as their professional achievements. And I help them create unique action plans that will increase their success, their happiness, and their overall fulfillment in life. And so I welcome you today. If you haven't already done so, please grab pen and paper because I definitely don't want you to miss any of the tips and advice that I am going to share with you today. Also, go ahead and share this broadcast because I want to make sure that some of the people that you are connected with are able to benefit from this information. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 steps to make a tough decision. Listen, every single day we have to make decisions, and some of them are harder than others, but yet, whether your decision is easy or whether it's tough, I want to make sure that you are equipped with the knowledge of how to make decisions so that every time you have to make a decision, you can come back and use this format again and again, time after time, to help you determine which path you are going to choose. And so here's the thing. Making choices and decisions are just a part of our everyday life. And the way our lives unfold these days with its twists and turns, stops and starts, it requires us to make choices and decisions every step of the way. Would you agree? Whether you're going to go to work today or not is a choice, it's a decision. If you're going to move forward in a relationship, again, it's a choice, a decision. Whether you decide to have children, start a business, save up for a vacation, these are choices and decisions that we have to make when it comes to us being able to live a life that we absolutely love. And here's the thing, many people dread change. And maybe you are one of them. You dread change because, see, change means that you will have to contemplate something different from what you're used to and maybe even be required to make a change, right? And you may say, well, LaShonda, why is this? Why is it so challenging for us to wrap our mind around change? Why do we get these negative emotions and this negative attitude? Why do we dread it? And I'm so glad you asked that question. The reality is, and maybe this is you, some people have been burned in the past by poor choices and decisions, right? And they are just afraid to, once again, take risk of making a bad decision or choice. Maybe, a choice you made in the past really had some devastating consequences. And so that just put a fear in you because you never want to see that again. You never want to experience that again. And guess what? I get it. I totally understand. I don't think there's no one that is listening to us today or who is plugged in right now have not walked that path, right? But what I want you to know is that your past should not hold your future hostage. Yes, maybe you made a terrible decision, right? And so now you're afraid, but that's what today is all about. I want to be able to help you strategically make better decisions so that you don't rely on the past mistakes that you've made in the past. Does that make sense? And so here's the thing. When people are afraid, they may do nothing, right? They may do nothing. When you're afraid to make a decision, sometimes you choose to do nothing and you hope the change will just work itself out. Have you ever been in that particular situation where you just thought, listen, it's just going to work itself out. It's going to clear itself up. The food is going to cook on the stove by itself. I don't have to put it in the pot. I don't have to do anything. It's just going to do it on its own, right? Wrong, right? Or maybe we're thinking that it's just going to go away. Yeah, I know they diagnosed me with ulcers, but maybe it's just going to go away. No. Or sometimes we think that somebody else will take care of what needs to be done. I'll leave this up to my spouse. I'll leave this up to my parent. I'll leave this up to my coworker. That doesn't always work because guess what? They may not even know what's going on with you. But then you have some people who are just fearless, right? They enjoy risk and adventure. But again, you have those others, like I said before, are absolutely fearful of making change and making mistakes, preferring just to stay close to what is familiar and not wandering too far. And that includes their choices and decisions. And one of the things I would say to you today is that everything that you have thus far has been achieved through your comfort zone. And so, if you want to become more, if you want to do more, if you want to have more, then you're going to have to stretch your comfort zone. And so, the bottom line is that decision making is something we all need to learn how to do. Right? Learn how to make good choices and wise decisions. And so, here's the thing. Do you have a tough decision that you have to make? Maybe today, maybe next week, maybe in the coming months. You already know that there's a decision that you have to make. And sometimes it helps to decide how to decide, right? How to decide how to decide. I know that sounds funny, but sometimes it helps to decide how to decide. And so I want to share with you 4 steps, right, that will help you break down that decision by evaluating the different options based on what matters to you most. Did you get that? Based on what matters to you most. A lot of times we make our decisions pending on how it may affect somebody else or what someone else may want us to do, and we don't take in consideration what makes us smile, what makes us happy, what gives us joy, excitement, and peace. And so I want to share with you these 4 steps that will help you evaluate the different options based on what matters to you most. Okay? And so let's go ahead and get started. Step 1. What are you trying to decide? Right? What are you trying to decide? And it is so important that you are clear in this particular area, because if you don't know what it is that you're trying to make a decision on, more than likely you are not going to make a decision, or you're not going to make the right decision. And so you have to be extremely clear on what you are trying to decide. And so let me give you some examples. What project should you work on? Which opportunity should you pursue, right? How do I solve a particular problem? And so, to expand your thinking, I want you to avoid these yes or no questions, these closed end questions. Instead of asking, should I go back to school? That's a yes or no. It'll be better if you ask, what career move will best help me meet my goals of becoming a district manager? So one of the options may be going back to school. Do you see? So don't ask, should I go back to school? But instead ask yourself, what career move will best help me meet my goal of becoming a district manager? And so step number 1 is to get clear on what it is that you are trying to decide. You got that? All right, let's move on. Step number 2, I want you to brainstorm different options for you to consider. Because, see, when you give yourself options, then you can choose which is best. And so I want you to brainstorm different options for yourself to consider. And I would recommend, if at all possible, Pick up to 6 options that are good enough choices to continue with this 4-step process. And so, some examples, again, your question is, remember your question, the thing that you're trying to decide. What career move will best help me meet my goal of becoming a district manager? That's the question that's on the table. And so, here are some options. Well, you have an option of getting a degree in management. Your option could be getting a degree in marketing. Your option could be get PMP certified. Your option could be learn Spanish. Your option could be ask to lead a new store opening. These are some of the options for you to consider when making that decision that you're talking about in regards to your career move. You want to be a district manager. So, what options do I have to consider? And like I said, give yourself at least 6 different options because, again, you want to really think this out clearly because at the end of the day, you're going to come up with a final decision. And so you want to make sure that all of your options are on the table and you're not leaving anything out. All right. And so, again, the first step is get clear on what it is that you need to decide. And then the second thing is brainstorm different options for you to consider because, again, your goal is to be able to make a final decision. And so now we're going to move right along. I hope you all are taking notes, right? I hope you're taking notes. Step number 3. What criteria will you use to help you decide? Right? Examples. Again, I'm going to rephrase the question or restate the question. What career move will best help me meet my goal of becoming a district manager? And so your criteria could be cost. Your criteria could be length of time until I'm done. Your criteria could be the effort that is required. Your criteria could be the impact to my family. Your criteria could be degree to which it will help, right? And so this step is asking you to decide what criteria to use to help you decide. And then we're going to move right along. Again, I hope you're writing these down. The 4th step is let's go ahead and rank your criteria options, right? Look at each criteria and rank each of your options based on that criteria. And here's the thing, the best option gets a number 1, and the worst option gets a number 6. And again, that's if you have 6 options. If you only have 5 options, then the best option is going to get number 1, and the worst option is going to get a number 5. And so now, again, look at each criteria. You remember the criteria and rank each of your options based on that criteria, 1 being the best and 5 or 6, depending on how many options you have, that number being the worst. And so here's the thing. This is what you want to look at. The option with the fewest points might be your best choice. The option with the fewest points might be your best choice. I do want you to keep in mind that some criteria might be more important than others, so you'll still need to use your judgment when making the final decision, but at least you have narrowed it down based on your ranking, based on your options, based on the option with the lowest amount of points. You see that? And once you see and look at that, okay, this one has, this option has. Let me give you a example. Let me give you an example. Remember we said get a degree in management, and let's look at cost. Maybe that's a number 4. Getting a degree in marketing when it comes to cost, maybe that's a number 4. That those are kind of not your best options. Getting a MP certified, that's the option when it comes to cost. It's an option number 3. Learning Spanish is a 2. Ask to lead a new store opening is a 1, meaning that if you're looking to become a district manager based on cost, you've said that your best option right now is to ask to lead a new store opening because cost wise, it's the cheapest for you. It'll be a little more expensive to get a degree in management. It'll be a little bit expensive to get a degree in marketing. It'll be a little expensive to get PMP certified. It'll be a little expensive to learn Spanish. Not so much, but a little expensive. You ranked it a number 2 in the example I'm giving you. But asking to lead a new store opening, guess what? There's no cost associated with that, especially if you're working in the field. So if you lead a store opening, that actually does get you closer to becoming a district manager. As a matter of fact, all of these options will get you closer, but when you're evaluating cost, which is the cheapest for you? Here's another thing. Let's look at the length of time until you're done. Guess what? Getting a degree is going to take some time. So that's not going to get you close. It's not going to get you there the fastest. So getting a degree may not be your best option right now. But guess what? Asking to lead a new store opening, guess what? That could be quicker than getting a degree in management or marketing. That can be quicker than getting PMP certified. That can be quicker than you learning Spanish. Look, I'll just ask to lead a new store opening. And guess what? That too will get me close to becoming a district manager. Here's the other thing. You're taking in consideration what type of effort will be required for me to do this. Well, getting a degree, gonna be a lot of effort. Getting PMP certified, gonna be a lot of effort. But guess what? It's not gonna take a lot of effort for you to ask to lead a new store opening. I hope you all are getting this. And if you have any questions, feel free to type it into the comments. And as a matter of fact, we can even get together over the phone in a private one-on-one coaching sessions, and we can really flush this out for you because guess what? You may have a decision right now that you need to make, and you need someone to help you with that. So I'll be more than happy to do so. And so think about it, the impact to your family. You know, if you want to get a degree, that can be a great impact on your family because what if you can't work or it's going to cost money? So does that money come out of your household? So that may not be your option, you know. But here's the other thing, the impact on your family. It can have a great impact if you ask to lead a store opening, or maybe not so much because just leading a store opening may not give you the dollars that you're looking for, right? And so getting PMP certified when it comes to the impact on your family might be the best option because it's a little quicker. It's a little quicker, I should say, in regards to the impact that it will have on your family. And so this is how you want to take a look. You want to take a look at the criteria. You want to take a look at your options, and you want to rank them so that you can come to a decision, a final decision, right? And again, your judgment call will still be needed to make your final decision, but at least you have narrowed it down. You can kind of see it at a glance. And maybe I'll take a screenshot of what I'm talking about and just show you so that you can kind of get an idea, and I'll add it actually to the comments of this video, right? And so I just really wanted to share with you the 4-step process for you to make tough decisions, right? And so here's the thing, like I said, maybe you have a decision that you need to make right away and you just don't really know. Yes, I've shared this information with you, but you need to really flush it out. You really need to flush it out so that you can make this decision and not just make uh, any old decision, but make a good decision, make a wise decision that is going to really, really benefit you and move you forward, right? But you just need someone to talk it out with. You need someone to talk it out. You need an extra set of ears. You need an extra set of eyes. You need someone that have probably walked the path that you've already walked so that, again, you can come out with the best possible decision for yourself so that you can find yourself being able to live with that decision. You don't regret that decision. It's going to move you closer to your goals and your dreams. It's going to really be able to make you pleased with yourself. It's going to increase your self-worth and your confidence so that you can continue to move forward on a path that is going to, end up with you living a life that you absolutely love. And so if you know right now that you are just needing a little bit more help so that you can not just make hit or miss decisions, but make good decisions regularly, often, I would ask you to go ahead and book a complimentary coaching session with me so that we can go ahead and figure out the decision that you are really trying to make so that we can go ahead and look at your options, look at your choices, rank them based on a criteria. And then when we've done that, identify the pros and the cons of you moving in this particular decision, right? And we can even create a contingency plan. Because sometimes we do things and it just don't turn out the way that we want. And when it don't, we kind of give up and we quit. But listen, success isn't easy, but it's definitely worth it. And so we can even take time to come up with a contingency plan just so that you can have a plan B in the event that plan A just doesn't work, right? And so go to my website, www.walkinfavorinc.com, and book your complimentary coaching session today. But here's the other thing. Maybe you're that person that say, you know what, LaShonda, I know that life is all about choices. I absolutely know this. But because of my past experiences, I've made some poor choices. I've made some bad decisions. And because of that, right now, I'm a little bit afraid. I want you to know this, that the decision to leap into something new and different can be both terrifying, but at the same time, it can be thrilling. And so taking chances always comes with feelings of apprehension, making us feel like we are in a win or lose, success or fail, do or die situation. But here's the thing I want you to remember, that taking chances can also offer significant rewards, right? And so when taking chances and stretching beyond our comfort zones, there are any number of things that could happen, but trying to get through life without uncertainty or risk limits the possibility of being able to change our lives for the better. And so at the end of the day, we must choose to take chances and create opportunities for happiness and fulfillment that in the end far outweigh the risk we had to take to get there. And so, what I'd like to do is offer you an opportunity to enroll in my 2-week online course, Courage, Risk, and Rewards, right? And here's the thing, as in the case with most things in life, even taking chances requires understanding and practice. And so this program will help you examine the concept of risk and break it down into specific manageable steps. You will look at risk from different perspectives. You'll get activities to walk yourself through it. You'll really be able to explore how the rewards for taking chances far outweighs the cost and how taking chances will move you forward in positive directions by opening doors to exciting opportunities that lie and wait for you. Your success is on the other door of that risk. Your success is on the other door of taking that chance. Your success is on the other side of the door of making a decision. All you have to do is decide that you are going to open that door and walk through it. And so this course is available to you for just $47, a one-time fee of $47. And I do understand that sometimes finances are tough right now. And so if you're that person who, you already know you want to take advantage of the program, but maybe your finances are a little tight right now, you also have an option of paying over the course of 2 months. I'm really just taking away any excuse. You could take advantage of Courage, Risk, and Rewards and pay $23.50 to get started. And then 30 days later, you'll be charged the balance of $23.50. So again, $47, you can take advantage of my Courage, Risk, and Rewards program. And then you also get an opportunity to book a complimentary coaching session with me. So, like the flyer says, it's time for you to move from planning to action. It's time for you to get unstuck and become unstoppable. It's time for you to kick fear out of your life. It is time for you to resharpen the tools that is needed for you to be happy, successful, and fulfilled. And so, listen, I look forward to an opportunity to work with you. Go to my website, enroll in Courage, Risk, and Rewards for $47, and then also sign up for one-on-one private complimentary coaching session with me, LaShonda Lee. Again, I am excited for your future, but I know you have to take a chance on yourself now. If you're going to bet on anything or anybody, bet on you. Bet on your dreams, okay? And so, listen, I look forward to speaking with you again. This is LaShonda Lee, CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching. And remember, you have permission to be great in every area of your life. I just want to help you bring your biggest dreams into reality. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak with you soon. Bye now.